You know, back in the days when all of us keep buying Livinas, and then suddenly when people came up with the BRV or other alternatives, right, we start to forget about this small Nissan car. This is the new one. And to be honest, I think that the ride height of this car, right, I'll put a picture here. The ride height looks a little bit tall. I mean, like, if you look at the older one, looks lower, right? Looks a bit lower. The new one looks a bit tall because all of us know that the new one is based on the Expander, and Expander being a crossover. So yeah, the new Livina doesn't look entirely, I cannot say it's ugly because it is some effort from Nissan. I'm not sure of who designed this, whether it is the Japanese or is it the Indonesians who designed this car, because the Livina is very Indonesian focused. If you look at the front, I think that the headlights are a bit too small. Okay, in terms of the grille, it reminds me of any X-Trail. The lights here, you can see that they look a little bit like those on the X-Trail, and then you have this black color touch over here that makes you think that the side windows are connected to the rear windows. The rims, they look about alright, I say. Overall, I would say that the design is not something very terrible, but to be honest, it is not something that I like as well, because I mean, like, if you look at the face one more time, I will never want any of my cars to look like this because it looks like the Tata Harrier, okay? I mean, that car just looks so weird. It needs time for us to accept the way it looks. I'm not sure about the inside, so maybe after they release some interior photos, then I'll only do a separate reaction video about the interior. But so far, I would say that the looks is something special, it is something unusual. But in terms of the similarities of this and the Tata Harrier, right? Maybe some people will say that Nissan is going a little bit too far, because you see that when Honda designs a car, right, they manage to make it look special, which means that they actually make it look different from one another. But when they make it look different from one another, right, it doesn't go on and look like this. I mean, like, what is this? But these are what we see on the pictures, because when you see things in real life, right, everything changes, even for girls or guys. When you see them in real life, everything just, your impression changes compared to when you see them in photos. In my personal opinion, in my personal stand, I would say that it looks bulky. Yeah, compared to this, I think that it still looks better than the Expander, because basically you can see that the Expander, this part, right? I don't know about you, but if you take a look at this, right, it reminds you of the Triton, which has basically the same family face. I know that many people don't like what Mitsubishi is designing. What I mean is that you have many crossovers which they don't look entirely nice, but well, I mean, it is up to them, because maybe Mitsubishi thinks that we like it, or maybe they are trying to tell people that they don't care of what people care about their design. I mean, like, they just want to design things the way that they want them to be. There's one more thing, the car looks very tall, right? So in terms of center of gravity, in terms of this price, right, I don't know how dynamically good it is. Not because I want it to handle very well, but what I'm aiming for is that I want the car to feel planted and safe at maybe some ordinary highway speeds of maybe 100 km/h, because you do not want your car to suddenly give you too much of roll when you're doing a corner. Okay, this ride height is very Indonesian because of their uneven road surfaces, or even Sabah for that matter.